So Terra Labs opened in September of 2016. At that point, Coventry Mall was just purchased in the spring of that year, and the owners were looking for something new to bring in, more traffic, more visibility. So they contacted me and my partner Mike, and were interested in a haunted attraction. So that was good for us because we had been looking to do something like this, and we really had trouble finding the location. So it was a great opportunity for everybody. Mike and I had experience before this. I had worked at Castle Dracula in Wildwood. About that time, he was in Connecticut, building and operating a haunt called The Barn. So we're not green in this. We had some experience coming in, and we also had a direction. We knew what we wanted to do. We wanted to do something a little unique, a bit of the 70s and 80s haunt, and mix in some of the modern day stuff. And we came up with something we thought was good. It's mad science. It's like a science fiction B movie, scientists and experiments gone wrong. So it's a lot of fun.
Well, their favorite thing is scaring people, and I hate being scared myself, and it was great to discover that there are people who not only enjoy being scared, but will pay for the privilege and will help us support CHOP by doing it.
To be able to interact with people and both the other actors and the people coming through. You see different actions. Some people will interact with you, they'll talk to you, and they're actually in character. They ask you questions, about the show itself, as if they're believing they're in it. And that's kind of weird, kind of neat.
My favorite thing at working at Terra Labs would probably, I'd have to say, the people, to be on a serious note. The people have become a fast family, and we all get along here, and we all help each other out. And it's also entertaining. We have a lot of fun while we're doing this.
My favorite part is I get to release my creative juices, and I'm helping my community.
My favorite thing about working at Terra Labs is scaring people.
The amazing thing when we started actually planning this and building it was how many people really wanted to jump in and help. We had about 5 guys who came in, whether they, it was for friendship or believing in the haunt and wanting to be part of it, or the fact that we're helping Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. But they came in, they volunteered their time, their skills, their materials. We had, people cutting boards and other people building walls out of them, photography, marketing, painting, setting up sets, props, you name it. We had these guys helping, which is great because we had about 2 months from the time we got the keys until the time we had to be ready to let people in. So we really appreciated the help they put in. And then there's the actors. We have actors aging 18 all the way up to 70, all walks of life, all crazy in their own way. And they're all volunteers, all donating their time. Nobody here gets paid, not even Mike and I, except pizza, which is good. But we had most of these people came in and had no idea what they were doing. They had never done anything like this before, wanted to do something fun, wanted to help. And we put makeup on them, stuck them in a spot, told them to go boo, and they all stepped up, and they're really frightening. They scare me, even out of makeup. But yeah, you couldn't ask for a better bunch of actors than these guys.
I've been a volunteer actor at Terra Labs for 3 years now.
This year will be 5 years I've been with Terra Labs.
It'll be my 3rd season coming up.
I've been with Terra Labs a year now. This will be my 2nd season.
Almost 3 years. We've been volunteering here.
We walked by the place many, many times and never went through as customers. And then we saw the sign out front for volunteers needed, so we went ahead and signed up.
So I came to Terra Labs on an open call, and it was just something that I had always wanted to do, is act. And obviously I haven't studied or done anything formal. I just came for the fun. I was told there was no background necessary, and the group has been great about helping me learn parts and helping me learn what looks best and things like that. But as soon as we started going through the motions and started, getting more involved, I found out that we donate 10% of all the tickets to CHOP. So obviously we all know people that have had children at CHOP or, have had issues where they needed CHOP. So I think it's a great thing that we donate all this money, every season to CHOP.
I volunteer here because I found that I had a lot of excess time on my hands since I retired. And this is a way for me to help my community and CHOP.
From day one, we knew we wanted to work with CHOP. We've had friends who've had kids and grandkids and nieces and nephews all in CHOP, and you know, we've heard nothing but great things. CHOP goes the extra mile for these kids who are sick, and in some cases literally have saved their lives. You know, it's you know, so we knew we had to give back. It was important to us. My one friend Adam, he was one of the main reasons that I had even first considered CHOP. His son has been in and out of CHOP, and he has nothing but good things to say about them. And we even this year have him acting in The Haunt, and he's doing a fantastic job.
Hi, my name is Adam Cananjani. I'm the father of a 13-year-old son who was born with a very rare genetic disorder. We didn't know exactly what was happening once he was born, but he was flown to CHOP. As soon as we got the CHOP, we realized there was something dreadfully wrong. We didn't know quite what it was, but some circumstances led us to a physician who identified exactly what he had. As it turns out, he was born with one kidney, and the kidney that he had only functioned at about 15-20%. So he was in a really precarious situation from the moment of birth, which is really tough for us as young parents. I was 26 at the time, my wife was 25, so it was really tough for us to get that kind of news. So when we found out what my son's condition was, we learned very quickly that he required a kidney transplant. Because he was a newborn, we had to get him to a certain weight rather than a certain age or anything like that. So he had to get to 20 pounds. Kidney or renal patients rather have a really difficult time gaining weight. So we had a really tough time getting him to the weight that he needed to receive a kidney. In March 2010, I donated one of my kidneys to my son, which was a really rewarding thing for a father to do for his son, and we really have CHOP to thank for all of that. So the way that CHOP handled themselves and the way that they walked us through the process and educated us about the process was really comforting, given how difficult of a situation that was. From the clerical staff to the physicians to the nursing staff, everybody was absolutely fantastic, which was really comforting for two young parents to have to go through, especially with me. Actually having an organ harvested was a difficult thing, but CHOP was there every step of the way, and they really knocked it out of the park for us. So we're very, very pleased with the outcomes.
Mike and I have a lot of our time and imagination invested in this, and also even from, we did an initial Kickstarter and people chipping in and our own personal finances in here, but a lot of it has come from sponsors. From year one on, we've had sponsors who have helped us, who have come in and thought this was a worthy cause, thought it was something fun to do, something worthwhile doing, and we've had some of them come back year after year, have sponsored us every year. And we've never had any of these sponsors come back and say, hey, where's our ad? Hey, we want to see what we look like on the website. I mean, they get some perks, free tickets and t-shirts, depending on what they give, but everybody's just happy to give and do their part with Terror Labs, and we're really thankful for their help.
So if I were to speak to our sponsors or partners about sponsoring Terror Labs, I would definitely encourage it. I think it's a great thing that we're donating this money to CHOP. The more money we have, obviously, the more advertising we can do. We can bring in more people. That makes more money for CHOP.
Well, thank you. It's great that you're willing to sponsor us, and I would say spread the word.
Well, we do this to a great extent for charity, for the Children's Hospital in Philadelphia, and all the partnerships and sponsorships help us raise more money for CHOP. So a little investment from a partner brings real benefits for the hospital.
I would like to say to our sponsors that I appreciate all that they have done for us in the past. I hope that they stay with us, and I thank them very much.
I like to think we're doing pretty well here. We're kind of building up every year, gets a little better. People still have to know we're here. We like to call ourselves the best haunt you've never heard of. But the first year it was Terror what? Now it's like, oh, you're that haunted house over at Coventry Mall. So the buzz is building. People are starting to know we're here. So that's good. As the years go by, though, we're getting some great reviews as well. Whether it's someone on Google just giving a review that came through. We've had some independent haunt reviewers come through, and you know, they're putting us up there score wise with some of the big boys, which is nice. We're not competing, but it's nice to know, you know, we can take a step in that door and we're starting to go in the right direction and people are enjoying what we're doing. Beyond Chop, it's also about fun. You know, we want to turn this into something, but right now we're enjoying ourselves. We have a good family. Our actors are family. We get together throughout the year, like have brunch every month. Actors come over and help us clean and give us ideas. And, you know, we want to do these things and just have our actors enjoy it as much as they can. That makes it better. That brings more people in. That raises more money. That lets us give more to Chop. So, yeah, it is a bit selfish. It's for the fun, but it's a good selfish. As we go year by year, we're really thankful for the sponsors and partners we have. They're helping us and they're helping us grow and helping us bring in more money so we can give more to Chop. And we're always looking for more. I mean, it doesn't have to be a financial thing. It doesn't have to be advertising. Just if you have a store and you want to distribute brochures, or you can put a flyer in your window, or banners out in your front yard, whatever you can do. We're always looking for more help, and we want to thank you. And if you're interested, contact us here at Terra Labs. Every little bit helps.